Is it visible now?
हाँ सर, हाँ
Okay, is it visible, madam?
हाँ हाँ
Okay,
visible.
so today I'm hope everyone is able to see this.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, please continue, sir. Continue, sir.
Okay, so everyone is able to see the slide. So good evening to all once again. I'm here to explain in detail about the importance of bee products used in apitherapy. I am myself Dr. H.R. Bhargava, who is working as an associate professor at Garden City University, now being promoted as a professor. And I also initiated this Apitherapy Association of India when I started traveling to other countries, where I was witnessing the advancement in the field of medicine with respect to the apitherapy. So then I decided, why don't I start an association? So in October 2025, I started this Apitherapy Association of India, which is an NGO under the Section 8 of Companies Act, where I'm the director. And we have recognized a few executive committee members, and we have been working in promoting this apitherapy in India. So first, let me explain to you in detail about what apitherapy is. So people have been wondering on. So we have been seeing about the therapies that are being given by different sectors. So here, what do you mean by this apitherapy? And many people have been confused, stating this apitherapy as bee venom therapy. So bee venom therapy is a part of an apitherapy. So apitherapy is said to be a whole kind of a natural therapy that involves with the use of the bee products that have been produced by the honeybees. Everyone is aware that honeybees produce different byproducts, and these byproducts are said to be of medicinal importance. And when it is being consumed, so knowingly or unknowingly, when it is being consumed, it has an effect on the human system. So that is where the consumption of honey, as well as the usage of the various other bee products, have been taken into consideration. Whereas some people also refer to this as the bee therapy. So, or it is also been said as bee venom therapy. So everything is included under this apitherapy, which is said to be of a kind of a traditional medicine which have been practiced from centuries. Where in ancient Greeks, the Egyptians, as well as it's been recorded or noticed in the Chinese civilizations, where they were able to use these bee products for treating various injuries, as well as with the illnesses, as well as for various other purposes, if there is any kind of an disease oriented conditions also. So researchers believe that these products promote health by reducing the inflammation, whereas improving the circulation, and stimulating the immune system. Where this is what the importance that with the present research that had provided an impact on the field of apitherapy. Dating back, whereas apitherapy has a history of 20,000 years, with formal records dating about 21,000 BC, where that, as I told you, that the ancient Greeks, Egyptians, as well as Chinese, we have been using for healing. And there are also, it's not only these countries, whereas in case of the Ayurveda in India also, we have a long history about the usage of the honey for various ailments. Now, the modern scientific practice began in 1888 with Dr. Philip Turk, who started using the bee venom for various situations, and one of that kind was said to be of rheumatism, where especially with respect to the arthritis. So he started using this bee venom therapy, and that it became popular. So because of that, Dr. Philip Tarak is being said as the father of apitherapy. So if I'm a bit fast, kindly stop me so that I can be quite slow. Now, as I told you that apitherapy, which is said to be of therapeutic use, that is being done with the bee-derived products, whereas it's been practiced from long time. And recently, it has been increasing its scientific attention for the role of anti-aging and the management of the chronic diseases, where it's been affecting the individuals because of the lifestyle. So many people, and that too after COVID, many people have been fascinated to have the usage of the bee products like honey, propolis, royal jelly, bee venom, pollen. So even with the beeswax being used, the reason for them to use these bee products is because it is said to be a bioactive. It has bioactive compounds with potent antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, immunomodulatory, and antimicrobial properties. So these are all the bioactive compounds that have been present, the contents that have been present in the bee products. So because of that, there is a graining importance of the usage of these products in the daily life to enhance to see that the change in the lifestyle and to be healthy. So bee products contribute to healthy aging, so focusing on their potential to mitigate oxidative stress, and this oxidative stress is reduced. Regulate the immune system is getting regulated, and they are being able to address certain chronic diseases such as the cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, and today we have been speaking about one of the disastrous kind of a disorder called as neurodegenerative disease, and also a common conditions which is being called as inflammatory situations. So all these are said to be controlled by the usage of the bee products. So here there is a challenge, as well as there are safety considerations, and there is an integration of apitherapy into the complementary medicine. That is where I'm going to discuss in detail. As everyone knows that the products that what you have been using, you cannot use a honey that has been in a store, which has been seen with the same color, same taste, 365 days, same color, same taste, and emptying the bottles and saying that I could not have any effect on my immune system or on my metabolism, mainly the honey that what I have been consuming. So everyone should know that what is that these products, as Dr. Badi Prasad was saying, that the importance of the bee products and the way in which it is being extracted, the natural contents that that it has, and it is said to be present within it. So that is where the importance is being drawn. So if you take honey, you should know what honey is. What are the main constituents of the honey? Whether the honey that what you consume has those components in it or not. And recently, I'll share a few more details that which kind of an honey can be used in apitherapy. Probably people would be saying that the honey that is being available in the outlets, where I can use that as an apitherapy, or it can be used in an apitherapy. No. So what I mean to say it is no. Why? Because it has certain compositions, and those compositions should be present within the honey. And in the same way, like with the propolis, in the same way with respect to the royal jelly, as well as to that of the bee venom, as well as to that of the bee pollen also. So let me go in detail in making you aware about what these bee products are naturally, how these products are, and what is that you need to derive, or what is that you need to get from these bee products. As I told you that today we have been seeing about the aging process is in the sense it is quite fast. Now, as I can put it into a statement like aging is a complex biological process marked by progressive decline of physiological functions and increased susceptibility to chronic diseases such as cardiovascular disease, diabetes, neurodegenerative disease, as well as with the inflammatory conditions, where we have been on stress. So each and every moment we have been taking stress to a there is a the situation of imbibing of the stress within the system is getting complex. So due to that, what happens is the entire system is getting the entire metabolic functioning is getting disturbed. So due to this, so one or the other organ is getting the functional aspect is said to be varied. So here where we can introduce this apitherapy. So how do you do that? So this therapeutic application of the bee products It offers as a natural and holistic approach to addressing these challenges. So the raw material is being present. So how to use these raw material, in what way is said to be that of the apitherapy. Now, as everyone is aware that, and I told you that these bee products are rich in bioactive components, where they include some of the compositions that it has, and the efficacy that it shows, mainly because it is rich in flavonoids, rich in phenolic acids, where enzymes are said to be present, peptides are being present, and fatty acids, which exhibit diverse pharmacological activities. So these are able to promote the normal efficacy, normal functional aspects, and that is where we have been moving towards this apitherapy. There are modern research supporters. They say that the role of they play important role in combating this oxidative stress, inflammation, and microbial infections, making them as a valuable tool for anti-aging as well as with that of the disease management. So let us go in detail in knowing about which are those bee products that have been having the epitherapeutic uses. First, let us take the importance of the honey. So everyone says that whichever honey that is which is being put in the retail outlet can be used as it can be used for various ailments. I can say that it cannot be chosen as a best choice for the apitherapy, because it is said to be a processed honey. So honey is said to be in a natural condition when it is unprocessed. Where if it is also processed, so we should see to it that what is the level of processing that it's been done. Whereas in the natural honey, you have the main components that are being present, as it's been represented here. It is a natural substance which has been composed of complex sugars. It has enzymes, amino acids, vitamins, polyphenols, along with that of the carotenoids. So that gives a color to the honey. All these are said to be or should be present in the honey. So when these contents are being present in natural without any alterations, so then only it can show its efficacy. And if we change the pattern of these conditions of these constituents, so then that is not a good choice for the consumption. So what are the benefits that this natural honey, unprocessed honey, can be used? What are the benefits that it is going to give to the individual who consumes it? So first thing is antioxidant, where this antioxidant activity, what it does is it neutralizes the free radicals and protects the cells from oxidative damage. So every day there is the cells, there is a oxidative stress that is being shown, and where that damages the cells, and retaining of that would be done with this natural intake of the honey, because it would be rich in antioxidative activity. So wound healing is also said to be done. We have studied. We have done a research on wound healing efficacy of the honeys from different locations, where they promote on mice we have done. So we have substantial results that have been shown with the usage of the wound healing been done by the different natural honey types, that promotes tissue repair and reduces the inflammation. The thing is, the natural honey, a small mixture of water that's been added to the honey releases hydrogen peroxide, and this hydrogen peroxide cleanses the wound area, so that there is no there is no bacterial contamination which is going to happen on. So that is how the wound healing efficacy has been shown by the intake of the honey, by the application of the honey. And it also being used as a immune modulation, which means to say that it enhances the immune response, and reduces the infections if you take the proper natural honey. Recently, Dr. Stefan Stangesiu from Romania told me that they have a method in which the comb has a cell. In the cell, there is a honey, and this honey is being intaken with the help of a syringe. And with the help of the syringe, they collect the honey, and that honey is being used in apitherapy in Romania. So why can't we follow the same thing here also? Maybe my association is going to take such measures in collecting the honey, and those honeys will be used in the apitherapy. So this is about the importance of the usage of honey in apitherapy. Second one is the propolis. So as everyone know that propolis is a resinous substance that is collected by the bees, and especially in case of the mellifera, that too at the last stage of the bee's life. So it goes and collects the resinous material. And these resins are said to be very rich in flavonoids, rich in phenolic acids, as well as with the terpenoids. So Brazilian propolis is said to be one of the world's best propolis because of the contents like flavonoids, phenolic acids, as well as with the terpenoids, and with the other the natural vegetation that it has. So that country has. So Brazilian propolis, there are two types. One is called as the green propolis, and the other one is said to be the brown propolis. So they exhibit anti-inflammatory properties. So this anti-inflammatory is nothing but it reduces the cytokine production, and that inhibits anti-inflammatory pathway. And it also has antimicrobial effects, where it combats with the bacteria, fungi, and viruses, reducing the rate of infection. And also it has antioxidative property that reduces the oxidative stress and prevents the cellular damage. Along with that, see, the propolis that is being available would be of a raw propolis, and there are standard protocols that this raw propolis has to be processed. So there is an extraction procedure, and now there are different methodologies that have been come out to get the propolis extract. So the propolis extract, one, it can be done by the ethanol extracted propolis. We call it as EEP method. So next is ethanol extracted propolis, then water ethanol extracted propolis. So first they extract the propolis with ethanol, and later slowly they reduce the ethanol concentration and enhance the water concentration, so that the entire propolis is free from alcohol. So in few cases, the ethanol extracted propolis has a good efficacy, whereas in certain cases, many people don't believe in taking off the ethanol. So which is again an alcohol, do not know whether what concentration of alcohol could provide the efficacy. So slowly the ethanol concentration is reduced and water concentration is enhanced. So that is what called as water ethanol extracted propolis. So there is also another methodology called as glycerin extracted propolis. So extraction of the propolis, which has been happening with the influence of the glycerin. So all these are the different methodologies that have been applied in extracting the propolis, and this propolis extract is being stored in a dark glass bottle, and daily a drop of it can be consumed. And today there are various companies which have come out with the mouth refresheners, small pellets. There is an most of the products are in the liquid form. Some are in the form of gums. So some are in the form of mouth refresheners. So all these have been produced, in the sense they have developed it from the propolis. So instead of directly taking the liquid, they have come out with various other byproducts of it, so that it can be easily consumed. The third important product being used in apitherapy is royal jelly. So as everyone knows that royal jelly itself, as the name says, that it is being used only with the elite people. So it has not come in the sense the consumption of this royal jelly has not come to the normal people, where with the middle class people or lesser than the middle class. This has been now also this has been treated as an elite product, so which is being consumed only by rich people. So as the name itself says, that royal jelly, which is a secretion being done by the worker bees, where they feed, they give this royal jelly as a food to the queen bees, And due to this, the queen bee is able to survive for more than 2.5 years. The bee which produces this will not consume, so that its lifespan is around only about 60 days. Whereas the food being prepared by the worker bees and fed to the queen bee has the capability to survive for 2.5 years. The main composition of this royal jelly is that it is rich in proteins, lipids, vitamins, and one of the most important thing is with the 10-HDA, that is called as 10-hydroxy 2-decanoic acid. So this 10-hydroxy 2-decanoic acid is said to be one of the most important factor to determine the efficacy of the royal jelly. So it is also being called as the queen bee acid, which is a unique major fatty acid comprising about 3 to 19% of the dry weight. Okay, its percentage should be from 3 to 19, and it should not exceed beyond this, which is being found exclusively only in the royal jelly. Now, this 3 to 19% is said to be of a key factor or a key marker for royal jelly quality. If it is more than that, so then it is not suitable, and if it is less than that, it is also not suitable. So its dry weight should be of 3 to 19%, and it is associated with significant antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and potential anti-tumor properties. So along with this, it has a wonderful skin rejuvenation. So before to that, let me also say that it has neuroprotective benefits. So what do you mean by this neuroprotective benefits? It enhances the cognitive function and reduces neuroinflammation. So neuroinflammation, as and when the aging process has been happening on, the nerve cells get damaged. So once the nerve cells gets damaged, so then the coordination as well as the networking of the information that has been passing on from the from one part of the body to that of the another part, or from one neuron to the another neuron, is said to be blocked. So this is what been the inflammation that's been caused to the neural nerve cell. So that is getting reduced by consumption of this. The other thing is the main reason for the consumption of the royal jelly by the elite people is to promote the collagen synthesis, and it reduces the skin aging, so that the people who consume this royal jelly would look young. So there is a study stating that if you daily consume with the minimal quantity of as per your body weight, 1 gram per 10 kgs. So 1 gram per 10 kg body weight, if you consume for 1 year, so that you reduce 10 years. So you look 10 years young lesser. So that is what the impact of consuming of this royal jelly. So there is also a metabolic regulation that improves the lipid as well as with the glucose metabolism within the individuals. Along with this, let me also say that it enhances this 10-HDA shows inhibitory effects against approximately 30 bacterial species, including Streptococcus aureus and E. coli, and can act as an anti-inflammatory agent. Along with that, it also enhances the health benefits like it reduces the anti-tumor effects, collagen production is happening on, so that enhances the skin health. So it also regulates the immune system, and proper functioning of the immune system is happening on, and there is an enhancement in the lifespan expansion. As I told you, if you take 1 gram in the sense as per 1 gram per 10 kg for 1 year, in the sense, suppose if you're 70 kgs, so then you need to take 7 grams per day. If you're 100 kgs, so then you need to take 10 grams per day. If you are 50 kgs, 5 grams per day. So if you take for 1 year, so you can reduce the life expectancy of that individual would reduce with 10 years. So that is the importance of this 10-HDA, which is said to be a key factor in this royal jelly. And the other thing is the skin care as well as with the aging, which has been this because of this 10-HDA. It's been the royal jelly is being used in cosmetic products, and most of the facial creams has this royal jelly as a byproduct. And recently, I have also seen that there is one company which is producing hair dyes, also has advertisement stating that this hair dye has the inclusion of royal jelly. So that is what the impact of this HTA, which is being used in the cosmetic products, because of its potential in promoting the collagen synthesis, anti-melanogenesis, where the skin whitening is getting reduced, and fighting the UVB-induced photoaging. The mechanism that it shows is that it works as a scavenging hydroxyl free radicals and regulating the various signaling pathways. So this royal jelly is being produced by the hypopharyngeal glands as well as the mandibular glands of the worker honeybees. So this is about the importance of royal jelly. Next is the bee pollen. So everyone is aware about the pollen. So pollen is nothing but the male gametophyte that is being present in the flowers. This bee pollen, when the bee goes for foraging, as and when it goes in search of the nectar, so the bristles or the hair follicles have electromagnetic static attraction, so that current has been produced, so that the hair follicles are being attracted by this pollen. And also within the legs, there is a pollen basket in which the bees will fill this pollen and bring it into the hive. So that is what called as the bee pollen. So the pollen which is being collected by the bees is called as the bee pollen, where it is a mixture of pollen, nectar, and bee secretions. It is a rich source of proteins, vitamins, as well as with the polyphenols, where some of its nutritional benefits include that it is a rich protein source, and it is rich in and it is a rich antioxidant. Along with that, it also has anti-inflammatory. So probably commonly you can see that all the bee products are said to be rich in antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and where the enhancement of the bacterial infections being reduced by the intake of these bee products. So as the same of other bee products, the bee pollen also has the anti-inflammatory properties. Next, it also enhances the energy enhancement, where it improves the stamina and vitality, especially in elderly populations, especially the individuals who have been suffering from diabetes, where their energy sources are being reduced. So to enhance their energy source, the consumption of bee pollen can be given to them, and slowly the usage of the bee pollen is being seen, and where many people, the gym goers as well as athletes, have been using bee pollen because it is a rich source of protein, and they have understood that the consumption, by consuming this bee pollen, their energy levels are said to be of static. The last bee product is about the bee venom. So everyone is aware that when you go near to the bee box, a few bees come and attack you, and they are called as the guard bees. These guard bees have been protected, or these bees have been having a sting, and the sting is connected to a venom sac, and this venom sac again being connected to the digestive tract. So whenever there is an emergency, these bees would sting. So when they sting, the sting is made up of barbs. So due to this, if the foragers sting, what happens is the sting adheres to the surface of any surface. It adheres to it so that it cannot retrieve back. So that the bee has to release the sting, and after a few seconds or a minute, the bee dies. So in one or the other way, most of the beekeepers are said to be lucky, and they have been gifted that once one or the other way, when they have been handling the bees, they are getting stings. And there is also a record stating that most of the beekeepers do not have any health complaints. So they don't have BP, sugar. Sorry, instead of saying sugar, I need to say it in a scientific way, that they don't have diabetes, they don't have blood pressure, or any other deficiency in their immune system, or frequent uh, uh, infections. All these are being reduced in these individuals who have been in contact with the bee stings. So the reason for that is the bee venom, which has been injected into the system of the human, it contains certain peptides as well as with the proteins. So the peptide that is being present is one of the peptide is said to be the melatonin, so which is said to be of more important in to the immune system, and along with that, it also has apamin and phospholipase A2. All these three are said to be of the higher concentration in the bee venom. So because of that, it's been used in the therapeutic applications. So the therapy being given with the usage of the bee venom is called as bee venom therapy, which is also a part of the apitherapy. So the importance of this bee venom is that it is anti-inflammatory. It shows anti-inflammatory, where it reduces the inflammation in conditions such as arthritis. So in the arthritis, there is a continuous inflammation. So probably the place in which there is an inflammation. So at that situation, if you make the bees to sting, so that inflammation is getting reduced with the usage of with the composition of the venom comprising of melatonin, apamin, as well as with the phospholipase A2. It's also been used in the pain relief. Probably you may be wondering. So when a bee stings, it is painful. So then how you are going to say that there is a pain relief? So where it is in a negative way that is going to happen on. It acts as an analgesic by modulating the pain pathways so that it relieves the pain. So initially there is a pain for a short span of time, and later you see to it that that particular area would be activated, and the pain, the initial pain that what the individual was facing, slowly it gets reduced. Along with that, it also has an immunomodulation. That this immunomodulation, which means to say that it stimulates the immune response and regulate the autoimmune activity. So this is where the importance of the bee venom therapy, which is being done. So how this I've been speaking about the anti-aging, anti-inflammatory, and with the enhancement of the immune system. So how all these things are been happening on with the apitherapy. So I'm going to pass on now with the action that the bee products have been showing on to the human system. Number one is about the mechanisms of action in the anti-aging process. So what actually is going to happen is it combats with the combating with the oxidative stress. So what is that oxidative stress? When a normal cell, where the free radicals that damage all the components of the cell, so it becomes more severe oxidative stress can cause to cell death. And this cell death is also called as apoptosis, or which is also called as necrosis. So as and when the cells grow, the cells are being released, in the sense new cells are being formed and the old cells are getting dead. In that, in certain situations, the new cells which are being formed are being attacked by the free radicals, and these free radicals will damage the components of the cell, the inclusions of the cell, so that there is a severe oxidative stress which is being caused. So then that cell is getting the cell death is going to happen on. So this condition is being reduced. So the accumulation of the free radicals that are being damaging the cell components are being reduced. So this is what the functioning of the bee products are. So oxidative stress, which has been caused by an imbalance between the radicals and the antioxidants, that is going to accelerate the aging and contributes to the chronic diseases. So this, with the help of the bee products, particularly honey, propolis, and royal jelly, which has higher levels of antioxidant due to the flavonoids and the phenolic acids that it has. Along with that, they scavenge the free radicals and enhance the body's antioxidant defenses, and they maintain the normalcy of the cell. So this is what the action of anti-aging that is being seen in case of the humans. Second is reducing the chronic inflammation. So every individual has a kind of a chronic inflammation. This chronic inflammation is said to be a hallmark for the aging as well as with the age-related diseases. Slowly, as and when the aging is happening on, you see to it that there is inflammation that's being caused at different junctions or at different organs. And due to this, the slow aging becomes rapid. So which are the products that can reduce this kind of an inflammation is that propolis as well as with the bee venom plays a major role in reducing this inflammation by inhibiting pro-inflammatory cytokines such as TNF alpha and IL-6. And these, what they do is they're modulating the NF KB signaling pathway so that the organs are said to be of the normal, they tend to work in a normal condition. So if you take with the kidney, so it becomes edema and nephritis can be caused. So it leads to hypertension and that leads to kidney failure. If you take the lungs, that can have lung allergy as well as that can associate it with the asthma. If you take with the skin, so that shows an indication of rashes, eczema, acne, wrinkles, as well as with the fine lines. And if you take with the thyroid, it would disturb the thyroid hormone function, TSH, as well as with the T3, T4, all these variations have been seen. Whereas if we come to the brain, depression, autism, poor memory, memory loss, sometimes it may lead to Alzheimer's disease. So all these are the situations of the chronic inflammation. And if I come to the liver, so it has been associated with the fatty liver disease, increased toxic load being built up within the liver. If you take with the muscle, there is a muscle pain, carpal tunnel syndrome. If you take with the cardiovascular system, so that can be associated with the heart diseases. Sometimes that can lead to stroke, anemia, and that also can lead to diabetes. With the gastrointestinal tract, celiac disease, Crohn's disease, GERD are some of the disorders or the diseases. And if you come to the bone, reduced natural ability to reduce the bone mass, the density, bone mass density, that can lead to osteoporosis. So these are the chronic inflammation. Due to the chronic inflammation, so the inflammation can lead to an aging, a fast aging process. So that by intaking of this propolis and bee venom can reduce the inflammation. Next one is enhancing the skin health. There are so many products that have been uh, the bee products which have been useful for the skin health. Bee venom care cream, which has been used for relieving the skin itching, that has been used for reduce dryness, mild ingredients, where the bee venom is mixed with the bee venom is said to be the main composition of the cream along with the other components, so that enhances the elasticity of the skin, hydration, poration, and collagen synthesis, slowing the visible signs of aging. So royal jelly in particular has been shown to stimulate fibroblast activity and promote the skin repair so that the aging process is getting reduced. Next, if you come to the immune system, where improving the immune system with the usage of the apitherapy has given a positive sign that the immunomodulatory effects of bee products enhance the body's ability to fight infections, reduce the risk of autoimmune disorders. Today, many people are being affected or being affected with the autoimmune disease. So due to various conditions or due to the stress levels. So to those, the usage of the propolis and bee venom stimulate the macrophage activity and modulate the T cell responses, promoting a balanced immune system so that there is a reduction in the immune infections. Infections and promoting immune functions. So bee products which have been used for the prevention of the chronic diseases, prevention and treatment of chronic diseases like the cardiovascular disease, where the honey is being used. And again, there is a question mark that what kind of honey to be used. So we cannot say that I have been consuming honey, been taken from the departmental store or from the XYZ store, and I'm not able to see that there is any reduction in my cholesterol levels. So where you need to authenticate the honey, and that honey being used for a long run, slowly it has a capacity to reduce the LDL cholesterol and also the oxidative stress, and it promotes the vascular functions. Along with that, propolis also prevents atherosclerosis by reducing the lipid oxidation and platelet aggregation. So the usage. Let me put a word here where we have been associated in this beekeeping industry from a long time, and till today we are not able to produce propolis in a large quantity. The extraction of propolis has not been happening in India, and there is no product being prepared by this propolis in India. So sorry to say this, where there is a great demand for the usage for the production of propolis, as well as converting it into a byproduct and being used for various ailments. So we have been depending, and we have been depending on China, where they are very good at the usage of propolis. Brazil and most of the Koreans, Japanese, they intake propolis, and every day as honey they take propolis. So where we do not know, many people do not know what propolis is. So kindly promote propolis and kindly promote using of this propolis. You can see the drastic change within the system. Next is about the diabetes. There is a proven record with the usage of the propolis, which improves the insulin sensitivity and reduces the blood glucose levels. Even royal jelly is also been one of the important product that modulates the glucose metabolism and protects the pancreatic cells from the oxidative damage, so that the functioning of that would be done, and the pancreas can function well and produce the insulin. So today, as I told you, that many people have been affected with the neurodegenerative disorders. Slowly, there is a the nerve cell death which has been happening on. So where at one point of time it becomes chronic. So for that enhancement, royal jelly is one of the most important or a product that can be used to enhance the memory, reduces the neuroinflammation, and it protects against the neurodegenerative disease like Alzheimer's disease. So this, in the initial stages, with the continuous usage of this, can reduce the prolongedness of this Alzheimer's disease. Again, the propolis, which is also being used to protect the neurons from the oxidative stress, that can reduce the amyloid plaque formation. Next is about the arthritis and inflammatory conditions, where B1 plays a major role to reduce the joint inflammation and pain with respect to the rheumatoid arthritis. And if you take with the propolis, propolis is taken orally, whereas B venom, it can be of a topical application in the form of a powder, along with that of an adjuvant. It can be applied onto the surface of the knee, or where the joints inflammation is being seen, whereas propolis has to be taken orally. So this inhibits the propolis inhibits inflammatory mediators and supports the joint health. So honey, as well as various other bee products, are also being used for the cancer prevention. So everything, as you people have been matured enough to know that in the last stage, anything in the last stage, taking the bee products and telling that this did not work is not correct. So whenever you see that there is a sign, and with that sign, with the continuous intake of that, slowly reduces the cancer cells, production of the cancer cells. Where propolis has been, there are a lot of research being done on propolis as well as on bee venom with respect to the anti-cancerous properties, where including the honey, they exhibit apoptosis in the cancer cells and inhibiting the tumor growth, which has been recorded, and there are n number of research papers being published on the usage of the propolis on animal models, not on humans, whereas it's been done on animal models, which means to say that it can also be given to the individuals. So propolis, bee venom, as well as the honey, being used as has this anti-cancerous properties, and it is also shown that it will reduce the the cell death of the cancer cells, that is called as apoptosis in cancer cells. And there is an due to this, there is an inhibition of the tumor growth. So the growth of the tumor is getting reduced. So slowly the cancer is getting prevented. The more research is needed to confirm these effects in case of the humans, whereas on animal models, it has been shown a tremendous results. So we have also worked on the anti-diabetic activity on mice. We have published it also. Probably you can Google my name and check in the, you can Google my name, and probably you'll be getting the papers related to that. Now, as everyone know that apitherapy, you need to have, or you need to follow certain safety conditions. Whereas all these bee products, where there certain individuals are said to be allergic. So for that, what you need to do is you need to test on those individuals whether it is acceptable by the individual, because the immune system for certain individuals, the immune system did not accept these in the bee products. So sometimes it shows an allergic reactions. Certain individuals are allergic to the bee stings as well as with that of the bee products, and some can there is a pollen allergy. Some people are said to be allergic to the pollen, and immediately they get rashes on the skin. And how to see that that pollen, the pollen that what you intake does not cause any reaction. The first thing what you need to do is take a pellet of pollen, keep it onto your tongue and gulp it out. So soon after gulping, within 5 to 10 minutes, if you do not vomit, if you do not vomit out, so then it shows that you're not allergic to the bee pollen. Suppose if you vomit within 5 to 10 minutes, so that shows that you are allergic to the bee pollen and you cannot consume bee pollen. And in the same way, if the bee stings and if you do not get any rashes onto the skin, so then it shows that you are not allergic to the bee stings, so that you can take bee stings. So otherwise it becomes anaphylactic, so that there would be breathing deficiency, your skin rashes, and to those individuals who have been allergic to that situation, or in that situation, you need to give them the medication immediately. So otherwise, you need to take that individual to the nearby doctor, so that they can be treated immediately. So medical attention is very much essential to those individuals who are said to be quite allergic. So before the treatment, you need to take precautionary measures and see to it that you need to do a case study on the individual about the allergic situations. Next one is dosage and standardization. There is a variability in the product composition necessities, standardized dosage for safety and efficacy. As I told you, the dosage and standardization, many people have been working on the standardization. When I went to the international platform, and many people were been showcasing about the bee products, been having the epitherapeutic values, then I started asking them a question that what kind of a standardization it's been followed. So what are the standard? What is the volume, or what is the quantity of the material that can be given to an individual at a particular with a particular body weight? So these standards are being done, and for few things they have been working on, so that the dosage and standardization is very much essential. So at what dosage, what is the quantity, what is the dosage that is being given to a certain to a particular individual? Next, with the drug interactions, some bee products may interact with medications such as anticoagulants and immunosuppressants. So these also need to be taken into consideration. So safety measures are said to be one of the precautionary thing that epitherapist should know. So abruptly, you should not say that I'm an epitherapist and where I go sting the individual. No, sometime it may work on. Sometime the person can collapse. So it is very cautious, and it is a general message for me that I have been seeing many people for fashion or for publicity. I do not know that they take a sting and sting the individual at different places and say that they have been doing apitherapy. No, that is wrong. So scientifically, there are different points at which the bee sting has to be given. At last, I'll be showing you a few videos where I had to experience, or where I had to see the usage of the bee venom stinging. So the individual should be very cautious. The person who is stinging another person should be very cautious. Suppose if there is an allergic and the person may collapse. One small sting can collapse a person. So this is what the precautionary measures that you need to take when you do apitherapy, or when you want to take apitherapy. You should be cautious and say that whether you are allergic or not allergic. You need to uh, uh, you need to endorse that whether you are allergic or whether you are not allergic. Or sometimes if you do not anything, so it can be tested with a small sting. We can test with a small sting with the medications, prescribed medications being kept ready. So stinging can be done. So if they are allergic, immediately the medication can provide them relief. So there are certain challenges and future directions that need to be followed. So the clinical application of apitherapy faces several challenges. What are they? Number one is scientific validation. So more clinical trials are needed to confirm the therapeutic effects of bee products, which are on the way. And I can say that 80% is said to be of validated. Scientifically, it's been validated. So another 20%, it's been on trials. So that later it would provide an 100% authentication. Next one is standardization. So this is very, 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 very important. As I have been speaking about the quality, so first you need to understand the quality control measures that are necessary to ensure the consistency in product composition. This is the utmost thing that epitherapist should see. So he cannot actually he cannot take any honey or any propolis that's been available and say that I have been treating this individual, and later the individual will bounce back stating that you have been given and I do not, there is no relief in me. So utmost quality need to be maintained so that the efficacy is being shown to the individual. Next one is regulation. So there are regulatory frameworks that need to be established for the safe use of the bee products in medicine, which is very essential because all these bee products are said to be used as medicine. So when it is being used as medicine, you need to know what is the quantity as well as with the quality of that. Without that, if you give, it is not going to work. So they throw a stone on you, stating that you have been giving us and I did not get relieved out of this. So the first thing, this is very, 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 very important. So one is the scientific validation, which has been happening on and it has been happened. Next one is standardization, which is one of the most important thing, and later the regulations. So all these are said to be the challenges and the future directions that is being needed with respect to this apitherapy. So the research, what people who have been listening here can see how the future research should focus on identifying and isolating the bioactive components in the bee products. So still a lot of research need to be done on the bioactive components that have been seen in the bee products. So which can that is then R&D, investigating the molecular mechanisms underlying their effects, developing standardized formulations for clinical use, which has also been happening on. So there are a lot of studies that have been happening on, which is in pipeline, so that in near future everything would be of a standardized material that would be available and that can be used for various ailments. In conclusion, I can say that apitherapy represents a promising avenue for promoting healthy aging and managing chronic diseases through the therapeutic use of bee products, where I have been witnessed this, and because of that, keeping this as a base, I started the Apitherapy Association Apitherapy Association in India, which is said to be a first of its kind, and we are being ready to work for promoting a healthy life with the usage of the bee products, having the authenticity of the products are going to be shown, and with that, probably uh, the uh, the person who has an ailment will be relieved. So, rich in bioactive components, bee products offer antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and anti-modulatory benefits that address the key aspects of aging and chronic disease pathology. As scientific evidence continues to grow, apitherapy has the potential to become an integral component of the complementary medicine. So today we have been working. So I have been working to integrate this apitherapy into Ayurveda as well as with Ayush. So slowly I've been learning. For me also, it's a kind of a learning thing, so that it can be integrated. In China, apitherapy is said to be integrated. It has been used in an integrated medicine, and they are said to be uh, the apitherapy is said to be traditional. It has been integrated as a traditional medicine in China. The same way in case of the Japan as well as in Korea too. So in India, so that integration has not happened on. So I've been working on to integrate it with Ayush as well as with the Ayurveda, so that it can become integral part. Apitherapy can become an integral part. So that provides enhancing the quality of life and reducing the burden of anti-aging related conditions. With future further research, standardization, and education, the therapeutic potential of bee products can be fully realized. So because of this, I have started a research cell. I'm establishing a small lab where students can come work on different aspects of different research topics on bee products, where I'm going to provide an internship to those individuals who are ready to work with me to standardize the bee products and see to it that it is being given to the people who are in need of it. So the future is apitherapy. So these are the bee products that I had seen in China, stating that it's been where they have been using this in a traditional medicine. So I'm going to play you a video. See how later I'll explain about this technique. So I'm going to explain you what this technique is. So this is a part of the apitherapy which is being given to the woman who has the backbone problem. So this is wax. The wax is being the wax. It's a beeswax which has propolis, and along with that propolis, they have bee stings. So these bee stings are being there inside the inside the beeswax, and what they do is they apply it onto the surface of the backbone where they have a pain, where L1, L2 at the position in which they have the pain, and they that would generate heat. So when the heat is generated, so that the venom would have an effect on the area and it would relieve the inflammation. So this is one technique being used by the Chinese people. So for a certain period of time, they are going to place this patient by insulating the beeswax with the bee venom stings that are being seen onto the surface of the beeswax. So this one, and this one, another one. I'm just zooming. You're able to see that? So they're taking a bee sting, and there is also a protocol where the bee is not being fed with food. So they have a cage. So they put the bees into the cage, and they are going to dip into the water so that the fecal matter is eliminated out, and the sting is only with the venom. So they are removing only the sting. So I don't accept this methodology. The reason is they are killing the bees. So we are here not to kill a bee. So there's a Taiwan epitherapist who is removing out the bee sting. See, that is a bee cage where the bees have been put into that cage, and they're going to take one by one. So this person is a Taiwan's renowned epitherapist. So now they are stinging on to the individual. Many epitherapists follow their own traditional way of using the bee stings. I'll go to the next. So this is another demonstration of how bee venom therapy is being given. So this individual is having a knee problem with arthritis. So they are not removing the sting. They are taking the bee and applying onto the sting, applying onto the surface of the leg. The backside, you can see there is another person taking a sting on his neck, as well as near to the chest. The stinging patterns are also different, being practiced by different epitherapists. There are different points at which the bee stings have been given. So this is for the backbone, and you can see she has taken so many stings. So this is another video. Last November, I had to visit the Chinese Apitherapy conference. So at that time, this was the demonstration that they had given. The epitherapist is from Taiwan, a renowned epitherapist.
Bhargav, sir.
So this is what the had been awarded as the Shining Apitherapy Healer. So this I had visited China for the 5th international conference on apitherapy. So I have started this apitherapization of India, where there's my contact details, where you can mail me and WhatsApp me if you have any doubts. And there is a membership drive which has been happening on, which starts from